Alright guys, it is finally here, the Master Grade Zeta Gundam Ver.Ka. Let's have it! Hey! Alright, so after reviewing the Master Grade 1.0, the Master Grade Zeta Plus C1, and the Master Grade 2.0, now we can finally take a look at the Zeta Ver.Ka. It's the 20th anniversary of Master Grade Ver.Ka, and we've got the Zeta Gundam now here finally. It should be awesome to check this kit out. I can't wait. And then I'll also, of course, compare it with the previous releases as well. But I can tell you guys, based on some early images that I'm seeing of this kit, it looks absolutely fantastic. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. So of course, it just wouldn't be a Ver.Ka release without some beautiful box art here on the front. So the Zeta looks amazing there. It's got all of the decals and just beautifully painted, beautifully represented here on the front with the Wave Rider mode flying there in the background. A lot to love there, and on the side of the box we got the same thing just like that with a close-up of the Zeta's face. On one side of the box here we've got some specs right there. There's a look at the weaponry, all pretty standard, minus the Hyper Mega launcher, unfortunately. Anyway, there's the painted sample front and back, a couple of detail images over here, more than a couple really, quite a few. So those all look very nice. Around on the other side, a little bit here about the MG Ver.Ka 20th anniversary. The Zeta Gundam celebrating the MG Ver.Ka series 20th anniversary. The text is small, but I'll try to get that on the screen there for you guys to check out if you want to read the English. This one unfortunately is very long like that, but there you go. And here we've got to look at it in Wave Rider form right there. And let's go ahead and get it opened up. As you can see, this is in a pretty standard size, kind of like normal to slightly larger MG box here. It's not like the big long box, but got some cool stuff in here, including some plated silver, kind of similar like what we've seen on a number of recent Ver.Ka kits, most notably probably the Double Zeta Gundam. Really nicely used some of that plated silver for the same aspect of the kit, like right there in the chest. And I'm expecting here in the manual we'll have some really cool information, just stuff related to the 20th anniversary, so let's go ahead and get into that. But there on the front, it's a photograph of the painted sample build. On the back side, just looks like that. Alright, so we've got a bunch of pictures and a whole lot of text here as well about the Gundam, MS form, the shield, and this is all in Japanese and in English, the beam saber rack, the long tail stabilizer, they're about the flying armor connected onto the back. Over here we've got the beam rifle, the chest, even though it doesn't have like a header there, the Wave Rider form, the landing gear, so we will see the return of the landing gear, that's nice, the grenade launcher there in the arm. And then after that, it's just right into the parts list. So it's just straight down to business. Doesn't look like we have a whole much of anything about the kind of 20th anniversary. If we go to the back, here is the decal guide. With this being a Ver.Ka, of course, you know it's going to have lots of waterside decals. And there is the color chart there as well. On the middle, we do have some stuff here, but it's basically, let's just take a look at this. This is about the designing of this Gundam. So this is pretty standard for Ver.Ka manuals. They'll have a bit about, like, it'll have the illustration, and then it'll have some about like how it was designed and some kind of information about kind of just the process of designing the mobile suit and the model kit and everything. So there's all that. Over here, a big wall of text taking on the challenge of the first transformable Gundam's original design, interview with Katoki Hajime. So this is all in Japanese there at the top. And then down here, we've got it in very small, fine print. They're all in English, which is awesome. So it's awesome to have all this in English to get the prompts and the answers all there from Katoki-san. So that'll be interesting to read up later on. But for now, everything else in here is just the construction of the kit. And then of course at the end, it'll be all about the transformation and everything. Let's go ahead and check out the stickers and decals, because yes, it looks like we are going to have a few foil stickers here. These are basically just for the eyes and the cameras though, so these look like they're going to be pretty optional, but I will go ahead and throw those on because they do tend to look pretty nice, at least just for the cameras, for the review anyway. And then of course our waterslide decal sheet here, mostly in white and red, a little bit of gray there for a couple of the markings, but pretty standard Ver.Ka designing on this one. It all looks very cool. Okay, so let's get into the runners. Starting off, we've got the simple SB1 for our clear pink beam saber effect parts. And then starting off here with runner A1 and A2, there's a number of runners like this in here that are just kind of molded together, but there's two kind of separate ones, A1 and A2 here. So we're starting off with the inner frame, interestingly enough, which is just in kind of a standard gray. And I'll tell you guys, There is 0 ABS in this kit, which is awesome. That's one of the things that I mentioned in the 2.0 review that I wanted to see with this one was them to get rid of using ABS for the inner frame, and we got that. So there's runner A1 and A2. Runners B1 and B2 is a continuation of the inner frame. It looks like there's a decent amount of detail on that. So those of you guys who do like the detailed inner frames, looks like you should be pretty happy with this one. Here is runner C, which is just one single runner, not C1, C2. This is just one runner here. As you can see, a bunch more inner frame parts on there. That is continued on to runner D as well. More frame parts. And then finally runners E1 and E2. You can pop those apart for the last of all of our inner frame parts. So quite a lot of gray frame runners. Then we get into the white armor here with runner E. So there's the kind of first half of armor pieces. And the rest are going to be here on runners G1 and a G2 for all of our white pieces. Runners H1 and H2 are going to be all of our blue pieces for the kit. The runner I is going to be the first part of our black parts, mostly for the backpack and then for the shield as well. That's continued on to runners J1 and J2 here for the rifle parts and some more backpack parts. Runner K here is going to be all of our yellow parts for the kit. Runner L is going to be all of our red parts, mostly for the backpack, the shield, and the feet. The last couple bits here, runner M is that plated silver runner, which looks really nice for a couple of silver accents that we'll see around on there. And finally, runner N is our clear parts, which is going to be for the cameras and in the head there, it looks like. So, all right, I'm going to work on getting this kit all ready for the live build. So make sure you guys tune in to that if you want to see it. And then of course, we'll be doing the review afterwards. But for now, guys, I'm super excited for this guy. I can't wait to have this kit all built up and to be able to check it out with y'all. If you have not yet pre-ordered this kit and you would like to, the link will be down in the video description to USA Gundam Store. We should be getting this kit in very soon. And I know that at the moment we do still have some pre-orders available, so definitely check it out if you guys are interested. But of course, tune into the live stream build and then tune into the review coming up for y'all very soon. For now, thanks so much for checking out the video. Like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and then that'll also ring the bell to make sure that you don't miss any updates regarding the live build and the review of this one coming up. But that's it for now, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. I'll see y'all soon.